Hello everybody, my name is Necroxis. Time for another cinematic. It is the day of the pre-patch launch, I guess, if you want to call it that. October 13th or 12th or whatever the date is. 13th. The second Tuesday of October. Yes, last time we talked, I didn't know that the expansion would get delayed yet. If you really want to get my thoughts on that, go to my Twitter. But the short version is, it's good because they can make the game better. However, I think it's silly to praise them for something that they should have done, because clearly they had to have known under a month before the launch was supposed to happen that the game's not ready. And so you shouldn't... I've said this before about Blizzard and actually other companies, Nintendo, Square Enix, so I'm not like being biased against Blizzard. I've said this about a lot of companies, especially gaming companies, but you shouldn't get praise for doing something that you should have done. So it's good that they delayed it, but it annoys me to see everyone being like, yeah, Blizzard, woo, they delayed it, they're so awesome. I think the reality is much more cynical. I think the reality is that they had to tell Activision, like, dudes, the game's not ready, and if we launch it like this, it's going to be worse than Battle for Azeroth's launch, and we're going to kill the game. So we can't release it. Because Activision don't give no shits if the game's finished or not. They pushed out Battle for Azeroth with the key feature not even completed. So it had to have been very incomplete for them to delay it. That's my only point. So that's it. But anyway, so the pre-patch comes out today, and I don't think the Scourge storyline starts yet, but I know the level squish is in. I think Exile's Reach, the new intro, is in. I'm not playing right now. I'm not subscribed, because I'm going to wait until probably like the week before the expansion actually launches, log on, just do the whole pre-event at once, because I have no desire to grind old Ice Crown Citadel bosses in Ice Crown as like the world content for back then. Like, I don't care. I already have 4 characters at max level to do the 4 Covenant storyline, so all the grind shit that they shove into these pre-patches stuff, I have no desire to do it, so I'm not actually playing right now. But, so there is a cinematic at some point. This is probably the first thing you see. I'm not sure. I literally just saw this cinematic go up on Wowhead, which is why Wowhead has their stupid watermark in the corner, like a minute ago and started recording, so I'm not entirely sure where this takes place in the intro, but it's the frickin' intro. It's got to be at the beginning, so here we go. I don't know what to expect. We'll probably see Bolvar, based on the paused first second of the screen. It's Ice Crown Citadel that I'm looking at, the sky being shattered already, so it's got to be after the cinematic. We'll probably see Bolvar be like, we gotta warn the leaders, Sylvanas is doing bad shit again. Shocker. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, is that Ebonhold? Yeah, baby. Oh shit! Nazgrim and Whitemane, hi! Give them speaking roles. Give them speaking roles. Make them actual characters.
I knew she would come one day to seize this power for herself. Instead, she has done the unthinkable.
They had to remake that in the in-game cutscenes. Interesting.
She will come for them all.
Ooh.
To finish what she started.
The Queen! The also Queen, but
Break.
she already had her arc. We need Tyranda's arc.
Opposed her.
Bane and Mela. Don't think I didn't see Mela standing next to him. Get it, Bane.
Who held Azeroth together.
And then these guys that have to be shoved in every expansion.
Her sights.
Oh, this was going to be where they kidnapped them all? Anduin, is this the only place you ever go in Stormwind? Where's Shaw? Where are, like, all his guards? Oh my god, this is how he's going to get kidnapped, right? Where's the Lion's Guard? Where are they?
And when she comes.
Again.
Our end begins.
Again. All your sons are just being killed and taken by Sylvanas. Oh, that Sylvanas. That was... Look, I'm not laughing because it was stupid. I'm laughing because it was kind of silly. Wherever... Anduin has like 1,000 fucking like specialty royal guards that follow him everywhere. He has like 6 every time you see him anywhere in game. They're called the frickin' Lions Guard. Where the hell were they? You know, in Revendreth, which is where definitely she would have went to, I just want Nyxia to be like, man, I had to put all these plans together. I had to get the Defias to work with fucking pirates, to work with, you know, like Naga. I had to do all this shit just to capture Varian. I just should have sent 2 dragons to pluck his ass out of the capsule. He just deleted him away. I don't know, it was funny. I mean, that was like really nothing new. I'm realizing now they showed Nazgrim and Whitemane because they are the 2 NPCs that go to the Horde and the Alliance areas. Nazgrim shows up in Orgrimmar, I think. And Whitemane is standing by Varian's grave in the game. I'm very curious. I know that they don't, and I wish that they would. But it sure would be nice to get some commentary from important NPCs about, oh fuck, General Nazgrim's back as a Death Knight, or oh shit, the fucking leader of the Scarlet Crusade, Sally Whitemane, is here as a Death Knight. Like, should we discuss this? Like, I know that there's bad shit going on, but these 2 people are like, they were our enemies last time we saw them. Nazgrim much more complicatedly so, but he still was. Because I insist that Nazgrim being brought back as Death Knight ruins his entire character arc, and I don't like it. But if this is what we have to deal with, at least have one of those scenes where you can click on an NPC and you say like stay and listen, and then you see like a little dialogue happen between 2 characters. Like, it would have been cool to see, like, I don't know who, like Turalyon and maybe somebody else be like, oh shit, this bitch was the leader of the Scarlet Crusade. They're fucking crazy. What's she doing here? She's a Death Knight now? Oh shit, that's nuts. And then maybe like Thrall, well I guess Thrall gets kidnapped, but I don't even know who it could be for Nazgrim, but maybe Eitrig. Like, Eitrig be like, oh fuck, last time I saw this bitch, he was fighting us with Garrosh. Like, fuck, he's a Death Knight now? Just something like simple like that. It's because doing like little tiny things like that is what makes the world more believable, rather than just having I feel in the game I would have to suspend my disbelief as someone who wants to enjoy the story to be like, oh, these 2 characters who would create drama being there are not creating drama, even though they're there and they should be. It's just little things like that. That's not a criticism of the cinematic, obviously. I'm just barfing out opinions, because there's not really a whole lot to talk about the cinematic. It is what it is. Bolvar's cool. I'm interested to see what his arc will be in Shadowlands. I hope he's not just... I hope he's more interesting. Because I've seen all the spoiler shit from the alpha and the beta. He's kind of boring. And there's a moment where he literally flat out says, like, oh, we can't keep searching for Anduin, it's too dangerous. And I wanted to be like, bitch, and like smack him in the face. Did you forget that you were like his surrogate father for like multiple years? What the fuck do you mean it's too dangerous to look for fucking Anduin? Get your fucking ass back in Torghast and look for him. Like, all indications are that you, like, loved him when you were alive, and you treated him as, like, a son. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no more time, or it's too dangerous to look for him. Like, fucking be consistent, damn it. But I guess, this is Warcraft, not Final Fantasy XIV, so I guess I shouldn't expect too much. But, it was cool for what it is. There's still, it still seems like there's going to be a cinematic with, like, a high-res cinematic with the Jailer, because there's still that screenshot from whatever that gaming magazine was of the Jailer. And they don't just make high-rendered screenshots of shit like that. That's obviously, like, a image that they cropped out everything but his head, like, his body. Like, they cut out everything around and deleted everything around him and just showed himself from, like, a screenshot from a cinematic. So I would expect that probably to drop closer to the expansion launch. Maybe it'll drop, like, at the end of the PrePatch cinematic, or the end of the PrePatch experience when they unlock it, whenever they're going to do that. There's also supposedly a cinematic when you kill Nathanos. This happens in the PrePatch event, so fucking it's not a spoiler. You fight Nathanos at his home, and you kill him. He definitely dies, because there's quest dialogue saying that he dies. Obviously, he'll come back because he's just going to go to the fucking Shadowlands where his waifu that he's simping for is like a top commander of. So he's going to come back, obviously, but there's still a cinematic because when you kill him, there's like a blank screen that says cinematic plays here. So there's got to be a cinematic for him dying. And yeah, so I'm expecting the Nathanos one to come later, and probably the Jailer one or whatever he has, the one that the Jailer's in, to come out at some point. So that would be cool. And yeah, so that was pretty interesting. We got to 10 minutes. Usually I try to go to 20, but there's not too much to say about this. It's not that it's boring. It's that they didn't tell a lot of new information. I guess because we all knew that the leaders get kidnapped because they fucking spoiled the story at BlizzCon. This is supposed to be for people who literally have been paying no attention to anything at all. To be like, oh shit, all these leaders get kidnapped. Here's how it happens. But, man, it sure would have been cool if they wouldn't have told us that at BlizzCon. Wouldn't it have been? It sure would have been cool if they didn't do public testing and we could see all the spoilers for the story ahead of time. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it have? Because then we see stuff like this, and it's like, oh, fuck, Sylvanas kidnapped Jaina and Anduin and Thrall and Bane. Oh, shit, like, that gives stakes to the story. But we can't do that. So, anyway, it is what it is. It was a cool cinematic. Always, the music's always really, very well done. Seeing Nazgrim and Whitemane again is cool. Unfortunately, they don't really get any more screen time. They are the NPCs in the PrePatch event, but I'm pretty sure they don't do anything but give you the first quest, and they probably will also, you probably will also talk to them to replay the cinematic if you want, and that's it. In Shadowlands, they don't do anything, they're not even there. In fact, when Bolvar arrives at Oribos, he's flanked by 2 Death Knights that are they're just random Death Knights. And it's like, why the fuck wouldn't you use, like, Nazgrim and Whitemane or Thoris? Like, where the hell's Thoris Trollbane? Let's see his ass again. I mean, he's also brings drama into the story to the fact that he's alive again. Like, it's not like I'm saying these things have to be major story beats, but it should be like references that like other characters who would take notice of that should take notice of that. And like I said, stuff like that is what makes the world feel more fleshed out and alive and an actual 3D fantasy world. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, so let me guys know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. But until then, I'll see you for the next, whatever it is. But until then, stay awesome. And yeah, farewell.